What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? I'm going live once again. I need to vent real quick. I just want to get some stuff off my chest. Just a few things. I'm not gonna hold you too long. I know y'all have gone to the Trump rally and all this stuff going on, but I just want to vent real quick. I want to speak my piece. You know what I'm saying? And in the description, I spoke about talking about Kanye, talking about liberals, November the 6th, talking about fake people. And let's get right into this. First of all, I'm going to start with Kanye, okay? I wasn't going to say nothing bad about the man, and I'm going to reserve my opinions about Kanye to a certain degree. Let me say this. When I saw Kanye's tweets, I instantaneously got infuriated. And the reason why is two things. One reason is because, to be honest, I don't think Kanye wrote that. I don't think he sat down and put together 4 or 5 tweets as succinctly and politically correct as they were. Last time I checked on his Twitter, he writing 3 or 4 words at a time, 7 words to describe his love for Candace Owens. Other than that, he talking about dragon energy and all kind of other stuff. So to write paragraphs of succinct statements coming from Kanye, I don't believe it's true. Yet and still, he endorsed it. This is what I have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have to say about anybody. Listen, I want y'all to understand. I don't kiss nobody's butt. No man is bigger than, we put our pants on the same way. Just because your bank account is bigger than mine, don't mean that we ain't about that life. If you understand what I'm saying. Let me just keep going because before I get too mad. But when you write a statement saying that you believe in comprehensive gun laws and you feel like you've been played, by who? Who? When you the one that didn't tweet for I don't know how long, and one of your first tweets was about Candace Owens. And then, on top of that, thank God you tweeted about somebody that got common sense. Because I just don't understand how many times myself, other people literally saved the little bit of his articulation left by coming out in support, by articulating what he's trying to say, even though he's saying all kind of crazy stuff. Imagine if he picked somebody other than Candace Owens. It would have been a terrible situation. But that's not here nor there. I personally don't believe in the I was used by somebody. Nobody told you to talk about Trump at your concert a few years ago. Nobody told you to go to the White House. Nobody told you to talk about Candace. Nobody told you to put on a mega hat, go to the White House and say all that stuff you said in the Oval Office. And nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to meet with Jim Brown. Nobody told you to do any of that stuff. You do that stuff on your own. The pressure is on. Somebody threatened you. Don't blame us. Just keep it 100. Somebody threatened you and made you write a statement. Let's keep it real. I believe that's what happened. Because if you're mad at Candace Owens, then you know you got her phone number. You can just call on the phone. Y'all all in pictures on TMZ, call on the phone and say, look, I don't like what happened. Make a statement. Write the statement out. I'll retweet the statement. That's what should happen. But somebody wrote that on there and said, look, you got no choice. This is theoretical. I can't prove this. None of y'all can prove it. In theory, somebody wrote that and said, either we're going to kill you or we're going to ruin your career. You better stick by it or you better, or else. And what did he do? Threw his friend under the bus, backed over her, drove back over her, and then threw everybody else that supported him under the bus. That's all I'm saying. When you say you're walking away from politics, what happened to that liberals can't bully me stuff? All I'm saying is just keep it 100. If somebody threatened you, To just keep it 100. Hey, my family is more important than this political stuff. You know what I'm saying? My family is more important than political stuff. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. That's how I feel about it. And I'm going to say this for the record. Candace didn't need Kanye. Kanye benefited from Candace. Candace didn't need Kanye. Candace was already flourishing without Kanye. Candace is an intelligent young woman who have access and know the president of the United States. Don't need Ye. Have her own thing going. See, Ye, already people talking crazy about him. She elevated his game. I'm just saying, she elevated his game in the political realm. And now he came and went, and Candace is still here. So, in my opinion, she didn't need him. And people want to act like she used him. To do what? What to do what? All right, I digress. Let's talk about these liberals real quick, and then I'm gonna open up for question and answer. Let's talk about liberals real quick. We do understand, not say liberals, let's go to leftists. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me go back to Ye real quick. Let me go back to Ye, and then we'll move on. Ye, friend requested Candace Owens and the other girl who was a part of the Parkland shooting. Kanye West wore a mega hat and a Colin Kaepernick shirt. Kanye West made the statement that slavery was a choice and didn't have the intellectual articulation to follow up with it. So people like myself and others defended him. Come on. Go to the White House, tweets about abolishing the 13th Amendment. No follow-up articulation, so people have to interpret and do their best to translate what he's trying to say. Now you tell me who need who to do any of this. Let's move on. America. November the 6th is more important than people are giving it credit for. November the 6th is more important than people are giving it credit for. This is our country on the line. You either stand up or you back down. Make up your mind when you go to the ballot. This is our country. We need to win our country back. You know, and Donald Trump has done a real good job at curbing it. This is my prediction on this live television. I said television on this live show. Here's my prediction. I think we retain the House and the Senate. We gain seats in the Senate. I feel like these polling numbers and all this stuff that people are doing are disingenuous and not competitive in the grand scheme of understanding politics, because this is a different race. This is a different, presidential, I would say, administration. These are different voting times. We're not voting for president, political person. We vote for President Trump and all these political people, against all these political people. But let me shout out a few super chats while I'm at it. I'm sorry I missed y'all. I was running my mouth so fast that I missed a few of y'all. But thank y'all so much for the super chats. Tell him, Brandon. Army said, tell him, Brandon. All right, let's see. Super chat. Army wrote again, Kanye has gone to the dark side. Shake my head. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. You walk away from politics. All right. Deanna, thanks so much for the super chat. Let's see. Deanna, thanks so much for the super chat again, which is, I don't know, you did 10 times what you super chatted the first time. Thank you for speaking the truth. Clear, Kanye is being controlled. It is. That man ain't gonna come out and say something crazy like that. That's crazy. Thank you for the super chat. Preach. Angela, thank you for the super chat. Keep it real, Brandon. Watch other black conservatives dogging Candace out. Tree of Logic has been so disrespectful. Let's see. Rachel, thank you for the super chat. Speak the truth and power and love and passion. Thank you so much. Listen. All right. Y'all, that super chat made me transition. Let's talk real quick. I don't like to use people's names, so I'm gonna try to refrain from using names. I'm gonna speak in general about concepts that we should all be paying attention to. First and foremost, are you about the mission or are you about yourself? This is what I have to say to every single person that's watching this or may watch this later that want to be fake, fraudulent, and phony. Oh, that's in my opinion. But this is what I will say. Name a time that I've come against any conservative. Name a tweet where I tweeted against any conservative. Name a conservative that I mentioned on my videos. Name any of these scenarios. I don't do it because it's about the mission. It's about the movement. It's not about people. So I may have a problem with a person, but I don't need to out them in public because it's about the mission. If I have that big of enough a problem with a person, I'll call them on the phone and we'll have a conversation face to face. Now, let me tell you this. I don't believe in secretly recording people if you having a man-to-man conversation. Anybody that does that is a wankster. And I'm telling you right now, as sure as I'm sitting here, people that do that are frauds. I have zero respect for anybody that'll videotape me when I'm having a conversation with them man to man. Zero respect. People need to understand their position and stop being fake. I'm going to say this. You ain't really about that life, so you need to chill out. B. Tatum is really about that life. And I'm just keeping it 100. The only reason that I don't go off and I don't go crazy on people and I don't run up on people and serve people the way they want to be served is because I'm trying to live right for God. And also not only trying to live right for God, I just don't want the reputation of knocking people out all the time. That's not who I am anymore. That's not who I want to be. So with that being said, I don't comment on people's stuff. People come out in public and say all these crazy things about me, about Candace, whatever. I don't waste my time talking. And because these people are fake. Faker than a $12 Louis Vuitton bag. And I'm just keeping it 100. So people ask me, hey, what about this person? What about this person? Taping people is fake. Going on television shows, dogging an organization that have been supportive of you the whole time, and because you don't like one decision that was made, you want to dog the organization, that tells everybody else who you really are. You fake. You showed your hand as being fake. If you're going to sit up and you're going to make videos talking about another conservative instead of talking about conservative principles moving forward, you're a fraud. Point blank, period. Let me shout out this super chat. Stephanie, thank you so much. I think you and Candace and everyone getting people out to vote should say, how are you going to feel if we don't win the House and Senate and you don't vote? You can always vent. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read this little bitty screen. Another super chat. Brandon, I hope open border Democrats lose. They will. Trust me. Y'all got to go out and vote. They'll lose. But let me say this about fake folks. Stop being fake. If you see a conservative consistently making videos, going on shows before the midterms, talking about other conservatives, that person is a fraud. If you're gonna waste majority, look at somebody's news feed. If the majority of your news feed, if the majority of what you're doing is always negative, I'm not saying people don't make you mad and you won't snap back on people sometimes, which I don't do, but I understand people sometimes do it. But if your news feed is consumed more with hating other conservatives than talking about the other side, you should be ashamed of yourself. If you decide to throw shots at people at the last minute, causing division right before the midterms, you need to sit down in the mirror and you need to check your own motives. I'm gonna tell you this. I care more about the people than Brandon's identity. I care about the people. I don't need recognition. I don't need fame. I did this when I was a police officer, going check to check. It's about the people. It's about the midterms. It's about us winning our country back. If you want to align with walk away, that's your decision. If you want to align with TPUSA, then make that decision. If you want to align with so-and-so and so-and-so over here, then you do you. None of us should be arguing about each other. It's all about the people and the mission. I don't want to hear nothing about what other conservatives are doing. Let's talk about principle. Let's talk about facts. Let's talk about what's going to build our country. Let's talk about how we unite. Let's talk about things that are going to be conducive for growth in the plan that we all supposedly have. Outside of that, we wasting time. Outside of that, we running in circles with no results. Period. So I'm done with the fake stuff. Y'all may see people come out talking about me, talking about Kanye, talking about TPUSA. That's fine. Let them talk. I don't respond to them because it's a waste of my time. You know what I'm saying? It's a waste of my time. Why would I go outside to step on roaches all the time? I mean, they can do what they want to do. They ain't in my house. They ain't paying no bills. They ain't bothering me. So these people out here talking trash about, y'all just phony, man. Let's talk about the real issues at hand. Midterms. Mike, what the deal? See, Mike came out there, came to the YBLS event, and we had a good time. That's what it's all about. Anyway, Mike said he got me. Said I got my fam. You know what I'm saying? Right now watching you, open their minds. Oh, okay. So he got his family watching me. I thought you said I got you, fam. He said I got my family with me right now watching you, opening their minds. Send us some words. What's up, Mike and your family, man? I thank y'all for watching the video. You know, hope I'm not going too crazy. But I gotta keep it 100. So let's see. Thanks so much for the super chat, Dan. Thanks so much for the super chat. Legit message. I wish more could see it your way. Thank you so much. Another super chat. Let's see. Thank you for the super chat. Ash. Appreciate it. No words. But I'm just keeping it 100. We need to focus on the mission. Quit all this nagging and bickering between one another. It's like family members, man. You may dislike your family members, but that don't mean you gotta come against them. You know what I'm saying? My mama probably made me mad. That don't mean I gotta make a Twitter handle, talk about my mama on a video. You keep that stuff within the family, man. We all supposed to be family. But yet and still we at each other's throat. But we supposed to be going the same direction. It's chaos and confusion that B. Tatum don't participate in. Chat won't allow him to put the American flag. Man, that's crazy. Thank you for the super chat anyway. Congratulations on YBLS, Brandon, truly making a difference. Thanks so much for the super chat. I mean, we trying to do our best. Midterms. I already said this before. If you just joined, the prediction of mine is that we retain the House, retain the Senate, gain seats in the Senate. Hey, that's my prediction. But anyway, I think I've said enough about all these other issues. If you missed it, go back and watch the beginning of the video when I upload this. If anybody have any questions, tag my name, put some emojis in there, ask through super chat, and I'll answer your questions. I'm gonna open it up for questions for the next 3 minutes. So go ahead and ask away because I want to be able to have an open communication. I can try to do my best to dispel any myths that people bring up. Like I say, man, I don't want to mention people's names because I'm really about that life, and you know what it is. I don't even want to waste my time. Tanika, thank you so much for the super chat. Preach. Let's see. Somebody, you know, if you mention their name, I'll say their name. I'm not gonna come out and say their name. Somebody say, what about Hotep Jesus? Listen, Mr. Hotep Jesus secretly recorded me when we had a man-to-man conversation about some stuff that went on. And you know, from the beginning, I supported him. I supported him to be a part of our organization, not directly, but indirectly a part of our organization. I supported him in everything he did. He made some anti-Semitic statements that we couldn't associate with, point blank and honest. You can't make statements that cause conflict and can detract us from the movement. I'm sorry. You made statements that we can't support, and we can't validate them. We can't verify whether you're telling the truth or not. So what we did, we say, hey, bro, at this point in this time, we got to distance ourselves from you being at this one event, because you're going to cause so much negative media attraction that we can't have as an organization. Unfortunately, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but that's just the way it is, brother. That's not my decision. That's not B. Tatum's decision. That comes from the top all the way down. I'm just relaying the message. And if Hotep Jesus really cared about the people, he would have said, B. Tatum, I understand. This is a great event for the young folks. I'll take a step back. Let's revisit this on another time. Instead, he secretly comes to the event, sneaks into the event. I didn't call him out. I didn't throw the things on him like I wanted to. I just had a conversation with him as a man, and he secretly recorded me. That's fake stuff. I don't fool with fake people. And I don't have respect for him anymore. Period. That's it. I have no respect for Hotel. Me and him ain't cool. I'm not gonna come out against him, in any other capacity. I told my side because somebody asked me. I ain't got no time to worry about people who ain't trying to do nothing positive. I ain't gonna go on shows trying to talk about Hotel. I ain't doing it. So the end. I already explained it. Go back and watch the video why Hotel wasn't at the YBLS event. You don't secretly record people, bro. That's fake. That's phony stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's fake people do that stuff. And that's it. Going online, making videos. Oh, Brandon didn't, the TPUSA didn't. Bro, you faker than, man, I can't stand fake people like that. I can't stand fake people, man. Can't stand that, bro. Face to face with this boy. And he want to be fake. I'm going to let it go, man. Y'all going to make the savage come out me. I'm trying to beat Mr. Save Brandon Tatum. All right. Steve, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Brandon. I love the Blexit gear, but I'm white. I'm not sure how I feel about wearing it. How do you feel about it? Hey, man, you can wear Blexit gear no matter what color you are. If you support the movement, you support the movement. We appreciate it. You can wear the Blexit hat, gear, whatever. Blexit is just a fundamental concept about African Americans leaving the Democratic plantation. That's it. If you support that, then you can support the gear. And, even if you don't wear it or you want to give it to somebody else, you getting the gear is still supporting the mission. Apollo, thank you so much for the super chat. Brandon, we need a 14th Amendment march. They filed a class action lawsuit against the POTUS. They think our stuff is theirs. Let me tell you how stupid that is. I like your comment. Let me tell you how stupid that is. I'm trying not to get hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just let the hood thing go and not get too aggressive. These people coming over here, this ain't your country. You ain't done nothing for this country. You ain't fought for this country. You ain't been a slave in this country. We don't owe you nothing. You're going to file a class action lawsuit about our Constitution. Our Constitution don't apply to you because you are not a citizen. Period. Period. Do what you want to do. You ain't a citizen. And even if you are a citizen in this country, the 14th Amendment applies to black folks and Native Americans. But most notably, African people who was in this country who were slaves, who at a point in time, they were able to gain citizenship, helped them with the birthright because they own the land just like everybody else. They helped build this country. So our Constitution set forward that when they have children, they have a right to be in this country because their ancestry have been here slaving in this country. They have a right to now become citizens so that they can have access to the things that citizens of America have access to. It's not that they were going to ship them back to Africa. It was the fact of the matter of having access to being an American citizen and what comes with that. That was for black slaves and Native Americans. These Mexican people who are coming over here, that are coming over here illegally, it ain't right. And I think y'all gonna mess around and make us kick everybody out. We try to be nice and say, we'll work with the people who were brought over here when they were kids. We'll work with you. This is our country. This is like somebody coming in my house and sitting right here at the table and saying, you owe me something. You lucky I don't throw you down the stairs and kick you out of my house. That's disrespectful for you to come into my house that you do not own and for you to try to pull rank. Bro, you will get knocked out and thrown out of my house. You don't pull rank in my house. I pay these bills around here. So that's the same thing about illegal people coming in the country. This is my country. I'm a citizen in this country. I served in this country. You better wait in line and do what we tell you to do. If you go outside of that, we have a right to throw you out of here. And if you keep bumping your gums and acting like you running something, we're going to just go ahead and throw you out of here. We're gonna go ahead and deny your amnesty. Or well, not amnesty, but deny when you come over here seeking asylum. We don't have to accept you. We don't have to accept anybody. You keep running your mouth, you're gonna mess around and get everybody thrown out of here. Don't let me be the president. I'm telling you, I be throwing more people out here than President Trump is. Now, president is being nice and compassionate to people. My patience for all of this entitlement is going to zero. You come over to America, you better respect this soil. If you don't like America, leave. If you wanna fly the Mexican flag, you can go back to Mexico. If you wanna fly any other flag, go back to your own country. This is America. This is America. 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 I love this country. I'll die for this country. And if you don't love this country and you won't die for this country, don't come to my country. Period. Don't come in my house. Don't come to my country. I got a door on my house. You run up in here tripping, you're going to hit this AR-15 is going to chew you up. If you come to our country, you better come here the right way or you're going to have problems. Period. Y'all can say whatever you want. This political correctness stuff got to go. We love you to come here. Fill out the paperwork like everybody else. You think you're going to jump over a fence and be up in our country? You better think twice. Because the first time we give you, it was a mistake of your thinking process. The second time, it's going to be consequences. Period. That's not anti nobody. That's pro-America, pro this country. That's how we stay afloat. We can't bring people in here we can't afford to pay for. But what they're doing is they want to bring people in here that the millionaires can pay for. Because you and I can't afford to be raising taxes. We can't afford to be raising taxes. Now, if you make it $22 million a year, they'll raise the heck out of your taxes. The top 1% of our population is paying like 80% of the taxes. So they're saying, with all the millionaires in this country, you millionaires pay for these illegals. No, it's not happening. Don't make me run for president. Don't make me run for president. I'm trying to let y'all succeed. Y'all about to mess up. All right. Thank you for the super chat. Crazy. Let's see. What will you follow up the Young Summit with? So, good question. I think people need to understand the concept of Turning Point USA and the Young Black Leadership Summit. Okay. All of our major events are annual events. This event is the first time we've done a Young Black Leadership, but this is not our first event. We do events all year long. This was just one that we focused on African American youth. Now, we have Student Action Summit at the end of the year, 5,000 students, one of the biggest conferences, period. Now, from the point in which people collaborated together, met friends, built relationships, all of those people exchanged phone numbers, we got people on forums, Facebook chats, so people can stay in communication with one another, specifically. Now, Blexit is a different organization altogether. Blexit and Turning Point are different. Blexit is specifically focusing on African Americans leaving the Democratic Party. Blexit in 2019 will have a tour of, we're going to go all around the country doing Blexit tours. So that's what Blexit is going to do in a nutshell. Like, I can't explain, I'll have to do a whole video to explain every single detail. Young Black Leadership Summit will happen again next year. We'll allow for everybody to connect on forums. I'm going and speaking at several events that people are welcome to come to. We are also reaching out to other people who want to be a part of what we're doing. And we're probably going to be able to do a few more events this year, depending on how we can coordinate it, depending on the funding, depending on the donations, because we're a nonprofit organization, Turning Point is. So we can't just randomly do stuff because we do it based on what people donate and help out to make it happen. There was something else I wanted to say. You know, some of the people that come to these conferences can go back to their colleges and universities. We had leadership classes where we talk about leadership and talk how to start chapters on your campus. Some of these people can start chapters on their campuses. We encourage them to do that. When you have a campus on your campus, people like myself, if you're a part of Turning Point, I can make it out there and do speeches on your campus. Like, I'm doing 4 or 5 speeches this month. One in Minnesota, one at Kansas State, University of Kansas, Nebraska, Omaha. I think I probably got a few more of them. But that's what you can do if you're a part of Turning Point. You have a Turning Point chapter. B. Tatum will come to your university or college and have a speech. Let's see. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sorry, man. I'm missing some of y'all questions. Let's see. Hollywood. How do I get Blexit apparel? I vote red. Go to Blexit.com. I'm going to put the link in the description section. If you go to Blexit.com, you can find our apparel on Blexit.com. I should have worn my Blexit shirt. Let's see. Hey, Brandon, thanks for all you do. Are a lot of folks you know anxiously voting Republican for the first time? Yeah, a bunch of young people at the Young Black Leadership Summit was like, this is the first time they voted. Some of them said it's the first time that they're voting for Republicans. Like, it's pretty cool. You can get the Blexit gear on Blexit.com. I'm gonna put it in the description section at some point. That's one more thing I gotta add. The 14th Amendment comment came from me, not Apollo. Okay, laugh out loud. Thanks for answering. Love you. Love you too. Thank you, Tiffany. Sorry about that. I don't know how I mixed that up. Let's see. Man, y'all got a lot of comments, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to skip all the way to the bottom. Super chat. Thank you so much. California liberals want open borders, but lock their own houses and car doors. I mean, listen, this is very simple. Leave your door open. No, let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about this for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your front door open. Why won't you leave your front door open? What about the homeless people who just want somewhere to sleep? Why don't you let them come into your house and sleep on your couch? Let them sleep on your floor. Let them sleep in your backyard. Why won't you do that? Probably because you don't know who they are. You don't know if they're gonna rape or rob you when you ain't looking. So you can't just let random people live in your house. Another reason is you can't afford to feed them, can you? Especially not in California with them high taxes and property tax. And I mean, I don't know property tax, but property value, all this stuff is so expensive to live out there. All these extra taxes, they're going to end up taxing straws in a minute. Oh, you don't want to let them live in your house. Oh, okay. Bernie Sanders. Oh, you want open border. Okay, your gated community, leave the gate open. Let people walk in there and sleep in your front yard and give them food every day. Why do y'all not want to do that, but you want the border to be open? Go sit down somewhere. Tell them go sit down. Okay. Mexi Man and Cheese. Thanks for the super chat. 14th Amendment, child support, affirmative action, welfare, everything the government made to help black folks is being used to hurt them. Less government, the better. Boom. Boom. Somebody get that man an amen. Somebody pass the offering tray around. That man needs an amen. Listen to me. The 14th Amendment was voted against by the Democrats. And now they want to freely give the 14th Amendment access to illegals. That tells you where their priorities are at. Child support. We need to fix child support on both sides. Some men need to be held more accountable, and child support shouldn't be, it's dynamic. I was talking to a young lady, I'm not gonna say her name. She have a kid, but she's getting ready to have a kid by a multi-millionaire. And in one state, that dude, she can get up to $26,000 in child support a month. In another state, they have a cap on child support to only like $1,000 or so. That's not right, man. That's not right. I'm just saying, like, keep your thing in your pants, to be honest. But if you do find yourself in a bad position, you about to get screwed because child support laws are just, it's not right. It's just not helping anything. Affirmative action. You make certain grades, you go to a certain school that teach you at a certain level. You somehow gain access into a university that's higher than your qualifications and you drop out and fail. That's not helping anybody. How about instead of you affirmative action, in the college spectrum, instead of giving people access to colleges, how about you give them access to better education? Therefore, they can be qualified and equally qualified for opportunities. That's all I'm saying. Welfare state destroyed the black community. Destroyed the black community. It destroyed us. That's like 2 + 2 is 4. SC Unique. Thanks for the super chat. Hey, Brandon, been watching you for a while. I love all of your positivity, all of the positivity that you bring to all communities. Keep spreading the truth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do my best. Sean, thanks for the super chat. Let's see. Next, we need to wake up my Native American brothers and sisters. Hey, 100%. I'm not trying to say I'm a Native American by any stretch, but I took indigenous studies in college, and the Native people have such a rich tradition and culture. Man, we gotta do better as Americans. Nestle and Starbucks have collaborated against not only the United States, but against us indigenous people. They're gonna make me boycott them again. Hey, thank you, Sean, for the super chat. Love you, brother. I appreciate you. And we do need to work together. We do need natives to wake up. Let's see. Sheila, thanks so much for the super chat. Amen, Brandon. Stephanie, thank you so much for the amen and the super chat. All right. These questions, dang, man. Every time I talk, I miss a lot of questions. Let's see. Like to see barrier a see-through like glass. So like to see the wall being see-through. I think that's what you're saying. Appreciate the super chat. For freedom, the Constitution, and great citizens of the USA. Thank you so much for the super chat. Man, so many questions I can't get to them. So, what's the line before we revolt? I don't think we're gonna have to. I don't think we're gonna have to go all ham on these people, because I don't think they really want those problems. Let's see. Do you know that psychiatry is killing people? Yes. Some, not all. All right, man. If you guys voted, push the number 1. If you voted, push number 1. If you plan on voting, if you vote, push number 1. If you're voting on the Republican ticket, push number 1 and 2. If you're voting on a Democratic ticket, push number 1 and 3. I like to see 1 and 2 if you voting Republican, 1 and 3 if you voting for the Democrats. And the reason, and I just want to know, because I'll say this, man. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm just an American, right? And the Republican ticket, they are holding principles, not everybody, mostly Donald Trump. They are holding the principles that I believe in. If the Democrats weren't so crazy, I mean, they're off the hook. If they weren't so off the hook, it would be reasonable to give them a look. But it's like, bro, these people are crazy. All they do is resist. You're like, okay, Donald Trump cut taxes and our economy is booming. What are you going to do to change that? Oh, we're just going to raise taxes. That ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? We want strict immigration laws, and we're going to build a wall and hold people accountable who cross our borders. Then what does the Democrats say? We want open borders. Bro, it's not a solution to the problem that we already are addressing. We need to build a wall. Period. You know, I'm trying to think of other stuff. Like, I mean, all of these things that Trump is doing, like, I lost count of them. Like, they're going to have a hard time messaging. They can only message on emotions. They can't message on facts and logic. They have no problem. I mean, I don't know what the solutions are. Our country's doing very well. Why change it up? I mean, they won't even go moderate, man. They going full crazy. I do not trust the polls, man. I mean, I don't distrust them to the max, but when you look at polls, I take them with a grain of salt. I say, okay. I mean, they're not polling everybody. You know, they go likely voters, whatever. Man, this election period, these things are so dynamic now that President Trump is involved. So I'm not going full in on these polls. Trump lies. Okay. Let's see. How are the Democrats crazy? Is that what you're asking me? All you got to do is say open borders, abolishing ICE. We We done. There ain't nothing else to say. Thanks for the super chat. There ain't nothing else to say. Who's that? Jesse Sam? If you say you want to abolish ICE, open borders, raise taxes, you crazy. You crazy. Why? Somebody said, why did Kanye switch on us? Man, somebody threatened Kanye, man. Somebody told that brother, you better switch up and walk away from politics or we're going to do something to you. That man ain't, bro, that man ain't, I don't know. That, what he wrote on that Twitter, man, that's dumb to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, somebody said Kanye didn't switch, he confused. Could very well be the case. Somebody said that Ye donated $200,000 to Democrats. Let me say this, man. I don't know if that's true, but if it is true, he a traitor. He a traitor. That's it. That's it. That's it. You talking about free thinking and all this stuff, and you vote to the party, and I ain't gonna say I can go off on that. If that does, like, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. If Kanye donates to Democrats, I'll be done with him forever. I never accept apology from him in my life. If Kanye voted $200K to Democrats, if somebody can prove that, somebody show me. Somebody said he didn't switch. He still support Trump. Nah, man, whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Comprehensive gun laws, you don't support Trump. Get out of here. Let's see. Daily Wire said it. You know, all this 13th Amendment, all of this stuff that Kanye talking about, being a free thinker, liberals can't bully me, man. If he donated $200,000 to liberals, hey, you fake, bro. That's all it is. I don't care if you yay or not. You fake. We'll move on. Kim had a conversation with Van Jones from CNN and then the tweets from Kanye. Yeah, I'm trying to, Stephanie, thank you for the super chat. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. You said that the tweets came after her conversation with Van Jones? Man, that dude, man, I'm telling y'all. All I'm gonna say is Candace didn't lie. That's all I'm gonna say. Candace didn't lie. And I'm gonna let her say it, but I was in close proximity on a few things, and Candace didn't lie. That's all I'm gonna say. 120,000. Man, that dude's the fakest dude on earth. I swear to God, if he donated any money to liberals after he been talking about the liberals, man, they can't bully me. You see how they telling you better take off that hat? They ain't telling you about Candace. They telling you better take that hat off. Disrespecting you. All right. Kim tweet style. Yeah, of course. A woman wrote that. I'm telling y'all, a woman wrote that. I don't know if it was Kim or not, but somebody wrote it that I believe was a woman. Just the style and like my people that supported me, thanks to my family and all. Yeah, he don't talk like that, man. That man ain't never talked like that. Somebody said I should debate Sam Cedar. I don't know who that is. Is that bad? I don't know who that is. I'll talk to anybody on any show. He better not have donated that money to no Democrats. Van Jones and his white wife, what is she saying about all of this anti-white nonsense? Man, you know these people sold out. They sold out, man. I don't think people should promote anti-black rhetoric or anti-white rhetoric. Neither one of them. We all together in this thing. Neo lived. Y'all set it up, man. I'll donate it. I said donate. I'll debate anybody. Brandon, would you ever be a guest on The View? I'll go on The View. They ain't gonna get the view they want. I'm gonna tear that place down. I'm gonna be talking bad about everybody on The View. They ain't gonna never have me on The View. Don't diss Kanye yet. Proof needed. I ain't say he did it. I said if he did it, then I would never. I'm open enough to be open to Kanye switching back. I don't want nothing to do with him. But if he switched back, I'm open to it. If he donated to liberals, done deal. I never support anything he ever does again. I don't even listen to his music to start with. I just like the fact that he was promoting free thinking. And then he went back to not free thinking. Oh yeah, Jericho Green, man. Jericho Green is one of my favorite YouTubers. Probably the favorite, my favorite. Jericho Green go hard, man. Jericho Green says what I wish I could say if I could cuss. Chicago Democrat, 120K. He better not have done that. People keep saying he's done it, but once I find out the truth, then that dude, man, I don't know the truth and everything, but if anything, he played us. Nobody played him. Nobody lied to Ye. Ye lied to us. Ye used us to get his name in the lights again. And then he switched back. I mean, if you ask me, but I'll digress. Until I talk to that man face to face, I digress. Nah, go back to the beginning of the video. The first thing I talked about was Ye. So, matter of fact, since you super chatted, I'll tell you. My only thing that I'm saying is that I didn't like what Ye said on the Twitter. I don't think Ye actually tweeted that. He did endorse it, but I don't think he tweeted it. I think it was wrong what he did. He should have handled it privately. I think Ye couldn't handle the pressure. Somebody threatened to kill him or something else, and he decided to come out and make a statement that was written by a woman or somebody else that wasn't Ye. He don't even talk like that. Ye can't even write more than 5 or 6 words on a tweet. And somehow he's writing these articulated statements in 5 or 6 tweets. It makes 0 sense. Now, some people say he donated to the Democrats. I would have, if that is true, I will lose all respect for Ye. Never again would I respect nothing he ever say if he send money to the Democrats.